Internet! Hi! It's episode 70 of FAQ Friday, and this might be a weird one because I forgot that we're on a different system now for the support tickets and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, I gotta figure out how to find all that. Alright, maybe it's all easy. I don't know. Alright, this might work, and, you know, it's definitely gonna be very frustrating, but I'm gonna get through it. Well, let's not hit the microphone. I'm gonna get through it for you. Okay, so, first question comes from Ron. It just, if you got electrocuted and the sound that you would make, that's the guy's last name. I want to add pizza pickups with MIDI capability to my Squire Strat. Do you offer a drop-in product? What kit or parts would I have to order? Do I need a professional to install it? So, it is a modular system, but we do have saddles that'll be a drop-in replacement for the saddles that are already on there. Then it just depends on what switching options you're wanting, but if you're just wanting like the pizza saddles, the ghost saddles to go straight to a 13-pin output jack, then you can do it yourself. All of the wires from all the saddles will just clip right onto the board, and then there'll be just a cable that will go to the other board that is on the 13-pin output jack. So everything is plug and play, and you don't have to do any soldering for that. So, super easy to do. Thing that you might want to get, you know, a professional to do is if you need any routing or, you know, body work, or like the pick guard needs to be routed, or if you need like switches or volume pots or something integrated onto the pick guard. All of this you can still technically do yourself. There's plenty of stuff on the internet that, you know, it's super easy to do, but yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you need. And as far as kits, we've got basic and advanced kits for the hexpander, which just, the basic one just comes with like the cabling, the hexpander board, and all the, you know, cabling and output jack and stuff like that you need. The advanced kit is all of that, except it comes with some switching options, so like a program up-down switch, and I think a volume pod as well. And those two just clip right onto the board. So yeah, everything's pretty modular and pretty easy to do yourself, but it just depends on what you want to do. Alright, this next one's from Ian Keegan. Keegan. Hi, I was just wondering why you sell different nut sizes for Tusk versus Tusk XL. For example, I'd really like a pre-slotted flat bottom 42mm Tusk XL nut, but it is only listed for Tusk instead. Thanks, Ian. So we actually make most of our parts in all the different materials. We only have, again, maybe like 15% of the actual parts that we make listed on our website, mainly because our main bread and butter is like builders and OEMs and stuff. And if we were to put all of the things we make on our website, that would be probably close to 1,000 different variations. So we're working on a new website that'll kind of streamline that a bit, so we can have a vast majority of them listed there, and for it to be easier to select which ones you need. But yeah, we do make that one in Tusk XL. You can just shoot us an email at sales@graphtech.com, and then we can send you a little form and get your information and send you a PayPal invoice. But yeah, we make most of them in most of the things. So if you want them, just get at us. This next one is from Fernando Fernandez. Hola, quiero saber donde puedo comprar sus productos en Argentinas. Gracias. I don't actually even have to Google Translate this. I'm pretty sure you just said, yo, how do I get your stuff in Argentina? Gracias. So, we've got a bunch of different distributors in South America and Europe and Asia and all over the world and stuff like that. For Argentina, I think you're going to want to get in touch with Gray's Music. So just look up Gray Music Argentina and you should be able to find all the contact information. And yeah, he's our main distributor in that neck of the woods. So go get in touch with him. Or you can order directly off our website. But since we're not a shipping depot, shipping isn't going to be cheap. This next one's from Rod Kennedy. Just wondering if you've made tone-compensated saddle sets, example, string saver on the treble strings and maybe Tusk for the middle pair and then a brighter material for the bass side. I've actually mixed magnets in some P90s to balance the tone in my McCarty. Years ago, I saw a Guitar Player magazine, a guy doing saddle mods to a Strat using bone, wood, metal. Any thoughts? Can I make a set from your inventory to fit a PRS trim? Yeah, so our string saver and our Tusk saddles are the same material, but the string saver ones are impregnated with Teflon. Sonically, they sound pretty much identical. I mean, I'm sure if you took like like a spectrograph or you know, some super high-end sound recording equipment and you tested the frequencies, there might be a slight difference. Nothing that we've been able to hear or have had any of our machines or robots be able to tell us. We have had some people use the String Saver Classics and mix them with the String Saver Originals. So the metal saddles with the String Saver inserts and use them with some just String Saver Originals. The String Saver Original saddles are going to be a little more well-rounded and kind of less harsh compared to a metal saddle, which is why we have the classics, so that they retain the harshness of a metal saddle. Some guitars need a little extra ringing in the bass strings, so they use the classics on there, and then more well-rounded, you know, sound for the treble strings, and then vice versa. So yeah, I mean, it's just kind of case by case. And yeah, we make PRS specific saddles. Those are the PS or PG 8220s with shorter height adjustment screws so that they don't stick up as much. For any of you who have been on our website over the last week or so and have had a wonderful conversation with our automated robot, sorry, we didn't mean to activate it because we haven't even put any answers or any situations or options into him. So he's just been giving literally no useful information whatsoever. So we've turned him off, and we're going to continue to do the thing that we were going to do before, which was make him, you know, useful. But yeah, sorry. This next one's from Colin Baxter. Where are Tusk picks made? Thank you. They're made right here in Vancouver. Well, just outside of Vancouver. It's in Delta, which is a place you've never heard of, but it's just south of Vancouver in Canada, and they're made about 25 feet over there by currently some dude named Pal. This next one is from Kenneth Johnson. How to get a catalog. Oh, that was a question. Well, if you want a catalog, we just came out with new ones. You can shoot us an email at sales@graphtech.com, and then, yeah, just gotta charge you for shipping, and we can send you a brand spanking new catalog with this guy's face on it, and then a bunch of nuts in it. This next one's from Kevin Cratch. Attention, Justin. Hi, I bought a PRS SE Tonnerre T40 OE guitar, and I need a nut. 12-inch radius, and here's the specs. A bunch of fractions, but it's a PRS, so I already know what it is. Your help is always appreciated, Kevin. So, for your PRS, you want to go for the PT6643. That'll be all of those measurements, and yeah, then, you know, your PRS can stay in tune a lot better. This next one's from Jim Farmer. I have a Washburn J28 SCE/TS bracket Cumberland, and I'm having a difficult time finding which saddle and nut parts I need to order. Could you help me out, please? Closest I can get to the specs I need are blah 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 blah. Thanks in advance. I'll wait your reply before ordering. So, for those specs, you want to go for the PQ 9280 for the saddle, and then for the nut, the PQ 6143. And yeah, they're a little bit taller than you need, but yeah, both of them should pretty much be a drop-in replacement. And then it'll be louder, sustain more, and bring you beer, and high-five you. This next one's from Tommaso Mari. Can you explain the difference between the PQL 6010 and the PQL 6011? I need to replace the nuts of my Gibson Les Paul Jr. 2009 and Gibson Les Paul Standard 2004, and I'd like to know which are better for my guitars. So, in 2014, Gibson changed their specs just ever so slightly so that the PQL 6010 that we make no longer worked. So then we made a new nut, a new mold, and it's just slightly taller, slightly thinner. I think the radius is just slightly different, or a couple of the strings are. Anyway, there's like a bunch of tiny little differences in the measurements, and so now, if it's made in 2014 or after, PQL 6011 is what you need. But since both of yours were even before 2010, you want to go for the PQL 6010. And both of those guitars will use that one, and it'll pretty much be a drop-in replacement. This next one is from Terry Q. Riley. Riley. Tariq I. Riley. Terry Q. Riley. Really. Hello. I have taken some pictures of my nut and need some assistance. Please selecting an XL replacement. Thank you. I work in a place where people I've never met on the internet message and say, I have taken some pictures of my nut and I need assistance selecting an XL replacement. And I normally, with a straight face, go, yeah, sure, sounds good. In fact, that's exactly what I did, and I said, brilliant, send me those pictures. They weren't attached. What kind of nut do you need? With no hesitation or sarcasm. That's the thing that I say almost daily. So they did send me some pictures of the nut, and it's a Strat. So you'll want to go for the PQL 5000 because, yeah, that's the nut you need. And if there's one thing I know, it's what kind of nut you need. All right, that was episode 70 of FAQ Friday. Thanks for leaving your questions and comments and all that fun stuff. You can hit us up on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. They all make my phone go bajing, and I look at them and go, huh. See you next week. Party hard.